Ohio, Minasan, hier ist wieder Dache, euer Bob. Es geht weiter mit Higurashi When They Cry. Im letzten Part haben wir herausgefunden, dass wir doch tatsächlich einen Stalker hatten, euer Shiro-sama persönlich. Er hat sich bei uns entschuldigt und er ist anscheinend immer und überall. Interessante Informationen. Im Übrigen hört man hier im Bild, im Hintergrund, wenn ich ganz leise bin, gleich die Higurashis schreien, die sogar eine ganz genaue Bedeutung haben. Einen Moment. Ich hoffe, ihr konntet sie hören. Ich kann sie selber kaum hören. Jedenfalls haben die Higurashis in Japan die Bedeutung von menschlichen Seelen. Es sind wiedergeborene menschliche Seelen anscheinend, zumindest laut japanischer Volksgeschichte und so, die in diesem Fall anscheinend wegen euer Shiro-sama heulen, schreien. Entweder aus Schmerz oder sonst irgendwas. Jedenfalls war Keiichi gar nicht mal so weit damit entfernt, als er gesagt hat, dass die mit einem sprechen. Also er kannte anscheinend diese ganze Hintergrundgeschichte. Aber wir werden jetzt mal schauen, wie es weitergeht. Hoffentlich mit einem hübschen Climax. I don't understand what she's talking about. It came to me too. Euer Shiro-sama. That's why I transferred and came back to Hinamizawa. I don't understand. What does she mean by transferred? What is she talking about? I bet euer Shiro-sama has been coming too. You, Keiichi-kun. It's probably only me who can talk to. I won't let you transfer, okay? Rena's frenetic laughter echoes crazily in my head. Is she saying that euer Shiro-sama came to her before? That's right. Oishi-san told me about that when she was talking about Reina last night. Flashback. I only ask you not to tell anyone else. It might contain someone's assumptions about the story. It means it might not be all true. Do you understand? Oishi-san started to talk. I don't know the details because neither the school nor the victims pressed charges. That means police didn't get involved. That's why the things I know are what I heard from the victims. So it's not highly credible. Did you say victims? I thought Reina just broke all the windows in school. No, she assaulted 3 male students with a metal bat. 2 of them got away with just bruises, but one of them was hurt badly enough to have lasting effects in one eye. That'd be a case of assault, wouldn't it? Why wouldn't the police arrest her? For some reason the victims don't want to press charges. They don't report it to the police, no? They were beaten by a metal bat, injured badly. Usually they go straight to the police. But why on earth don't they want to press charges? I met directly with the 3 male student victims, but none of them said much. I don't know how to put it, but they are scared. You know, after she transferred, Oishi-san, can you tell me everything from the beginning? Reina broke the windows of her school and he used the opportunity to beat up some students? Or did she beat them up and then go around breaking the windows because beating them up wasn't enough? She did both, but it means something totally different. One day, Reina was talking with 3 male students. She was closely befriended with near a pool warehouse. Who are those 3 students? I'll keep them anonymous, but they were all very close to Read Higurashi. They were a friend group. She was the only girl in that group. Then it makes sense why she was with the 3 boys. And what happened? I don't know the reason why, but Read Higurashi took a metal baseball bat, was left on the side of the pool warehouse, and she started beating the 3 students one by one. What? There's no witness. Following is what we assume what happened by the information gathered from people who remember the case. One day after school, Rena was talking with 3 male students near the pool warehouse. It wasn't like she needed to talk to them, but they were just hanging around enjoying the conversation as usual. Then Rena suddenly changed. The change was so sudden that those 3 didn't understand what was happening. She took the metal bats and started beating them up one by one. She left her friends there, who were covered with blood from the cuts in their foreheads, and she went into the school building, wo sie anscheinend alle Fenster zerbrochen hat. She started breaking all the windows in the school. In a few minutes, teachers came and held her down. What was the change that happened to Rena? All of the 3 said her character suddenly changed. She did a complete turnaround. A complete turnaround? I remember her personality changing completely all of a sudden. I've seen Rena do that several times myself. She became so different that I had to think it was someone else who looked like Rena. Did that personality thing happen before? No, they said they'd never seen anything like that before the accident. I investigated by going through her past and medical history, but it couldn't find anything either. Does it happen a lot, you know? People's personalities changing suddenly, just like Rena? Of course, it does. There are many cases from psychological and personality-related reasons. So, did Rena have a hidden element that changed her personality suddenly? I can't say for sure. From the testimonies of her close friends, it's hard to believe she had such an element. She's a very kind and cute girl. I bet she was an ideal girl who was liked by everyone at the old school. Who could imagine a girl like her would change all of a sudden and attack you with a metal bat? No one. You nice to think that I mistook Rena for someone else. And what happened next? There was a hospital right across the school, and those 3 boys were carried into the hospital and were treated. Ist ja hier irgendwann mal drauf gekommen, dass diese 3 Jungs etwas sehr Unpassendes mit Rena dort hinter dem Lagerhaus machen wollten und die deswegen nichts sagen. Dass sie jedes Recht dazu hatte, sie zu verprügeln und dass das so viel Stress war, dass sie die Fenster kaputt gemacht hat. Wie gesagt, die Polizei ist anscheinend doch nicht sehr gut, also ja. What about Rena? What about the police? Why didn't the police get involved? The police can't get involved unless someone asks them to. One of the boys was hurt badly enough to have lasting effects, right? Why didn't he press charges? That bugged me too. I suspect that he was under some kind of pressure or threat. Or he had a reason not to press charges, even though he wanted to. Of course you investigated that, didn't you, Oishi-san? Yes, I did. I told you earlier. Victims don't say much. They keep their mouths shut as if they don't want to touch the subject, as if they don't want to get involved. They don't say much. They don't want to touch the subject. They don't want to get involved. It's somewhat similar to the relationship between the villagers and Oyashio-sama. Couldn't you get anything from the teachers of the school? Schools are taboo. I can't say they are naturally made to hide things. Plus, I didn't get a search warrant, so I didn't have much power. So, the school made no comment, huh? No. They denied the existence of the accident. But it's true, by the mistakes, that 3 male students were carried into the hospital. The hospital had the record of it. The victims don't talk about it, and the school denies the fact. There's no way to find out the truth. No, the only one truth we know is that the accident happened. Since the victims don't wish for the case to be opened to the public, it will disappear into darkness. You and I forget about it. We both keep silent for a while. It looks like a normal assault case, but something very important is hidden deeply inside. It's veiled quietly, as if it never happened, and it's about to melt away into the darkness. After that, she got suspended and took time off school. During the suspension, she went to take a psychiatric counseling. Did you get any information from the psychiatrist? Well, he was a very respectful psychiatrist who strongly believed in rules of professional conduct. He didn't say much. Very difficult man. Can't you make him talk by showing your police credentials? He told me to file some paperwork. Police credentials have no legal behind authority. Then how come you know that Reina confessed about Oyashio-sama? There was a nurse who heard some parts of the conversation. She did cooperate when I showed my police credentials. And what did she tell you? It seems like the nurse wasn't intentionally listening to the whole conversation. She just remembered a little bit of things she happened to have heard. According to what the nurse told me, Ryogorena was very calm at the time. She said it was more like she was making a confession at church when taking counseling. Her mother was there with her for a while, but she was excused in the middle, and the doctor performed counseling on Reina alone. Why did she start talking about Oyashio-sama? In the middle of the session, she suddenly screamed the name. They made the nurse jump up and start paying attention to the conversation. It's Oyashio-sama! All of a sudden, Reina screamed. Because I don't know the conversation right before that, I don't know the reason why she said the name. The doctor was calm and told Reina to sit down. What is Oyashio-sama? He asked her very, very softly. Counseling is basically all about listening. Those who have any Maezawa will be followed by Oyashio-sama without fail. And Oyashio-sama is finally coming to me. That's where you used to live before you moved here, right? I didn't want to move here because of my parents. I had to. But Oyashio-sama didn't forgive me. I bet you had a lot of friends back in Hinamizawa. Do you still miss them? I want to go back. I want to go back, Hinamizawa. No, I have to go back. I should have returned sooner. It's too late. Orashio-sama has survived. Is Orashio-sama a deity of Hinamizawa? Everyone knows. He's a protective deity of Hinamizawa. If anybody tried to abandon Hinamizawa, then the punishment. It's been a long time since you moved here, right? Und mit dieser Frage beende ich diesen Part. Immer noch so fern von den Credits. Ich hoffe, er hat euch gefallen. Bis zum nächsten Mal dann. Auf Wiederhören. Tschüss, tschüss.